Alright, we are here for coffee talk.
Hello.
We're missing our therapy guy, but we're here to continue regardless.
We can carry on his legacy.
He's not dead.
Okay, then we can what's the word? We will carry out his will.
No, that still sounds like he's dead. We are featuring also the nail polish that we did during the Saga event, which is our Sexuality and Gender Alliance little committee organization. My paint's already chipping off because I had work and I work in fast food. But yours is still good.
First time doing it.
Yeah, and it's still good.
Yeah, I did on the coin toss.
And you've got like Cosmo and Wanda colors.
That is the most favorite interpretation I've seen.
I mean, it's lime green and pink. It's Cosmo and Wanda. Anyway.
Yeah, I can see that.
We are here to continue. Let's go.
Ooh. Something's missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night.
Uh-oh, and we don't have our guy with us. Oh no.
Or not.
Or not. Who do we got?
First character.
First character for this therapy, guys.
Good evening.
Yeah. Who's gonna take our Gale? Also, we need our guys. Hold on. We need Gale. Gale and Paula. I don't know why I said Gale. Gala. Thinking about freaking Baldur's Gate, I guess. I don't know. Here he is.
I don't know enough about Baldur's Gate to make an opinion, but it sounds like these games are eerily similar.
They are not. I mean, unless you're talking about drama in the drama sense, maybe.
I mean,
but...
don't you appear as a faceless person, completely customizable, to help people out with their problems over the course of long days? Our name is Moo.
But like in Baldur's Gate, you customize like your whole race and everything. We're getting into D&D territory now.
We have no idea what race we are. At least I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
I'm guessing alien, but it could be like an Elsa's god.
Alright. Who's voicing Gala today?
I can try it.
Okay.
Just think of a rougher voice.
It's a deeper voice.
This would be horrible, let you know. Hey Moo. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Everything is just fine. You sure?
It was a dark and spooky night. Apparently. Hold on, real quick. I don't know, like... What do we got? We don't have Amanda. Amanda's stuff is updated.
We're not having an extra line.
Yeah, we do. I don't know. You see, if a therapy guy was here, he'd be able to tell us what time that is, but I don't know it.
That's like 3 p.m. I think.
Is it?
I had to do that for work one time. It was horrible, but I think it's about that time.
VR. That's cool. That's a really cute picture.
I agree. It's like that's wallpaper material.
I love Myrtle. Myrtle's awesome. Bailey's in Lua. She's a 10, but she's about to marry a freelancing elf. So she's a 100. And the winking face is crazy. Alright.
Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day.
Oh, Van, you wanna hold Gala?
Sure.
You can hold Gala and I'll hold Hyde.
Ah, that's right. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger.
Indonesian.
Was I saying it right before I stopped?
Indo.
Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. I don't think that's a name I can say.
Milk, honey, STMJ. It's a tea. I'm pretty sure.
I would say Tylenol, but that's not there.
What?
It could work.
I'm pretty sure, because he said milk and honey and other spices. So I want to say it's tea. Well, we only have 3, so tea, milk, honey maybe, and just see what it makes.
Yeah.
Because it should make whatever that is. So,
However you say that.
STMJ.
Yeah. It's an acronym for something. Milk, honey, tea.
I don't think so. Well, he mentioned honey. Is it possible it could just be milk without anything else in it?
We know it's tea, so how about milk, honey, and then tea?
Well, we can't do milk, honey, then tea.
Oh, then milk, tea, honey?
Ginger?
That could work.
You want to see what it makes?
Yeah.
I mean, we got trash as it, so.
We got 5, right?
Yeah, well, 4 now, but.
We can spend 1 more on this.
Honey, ginger milk. I don't know. Would it be bad if I looked up what this is?
I mean, like Paul, so we really don't know we're doing it.
It makes it seem like we're supposed to know what it is. Oh, it is. It is milk, honey, ginger. It also usually has egg in it, though.
We were close. We had it in spirit. Yeah, spirit was good enough for points, I think.
I don't know. Because we did that and it didn't give us the... Because we just had the honey milk thing. I don't know. We could do it in a different order maybe, like this.
Regardless, we'll have to select this one no matter what. Let's hope we were right.
Yay!
Got it eventually. Woo.
We did it. We don't... What items do we have? No, it's not...
Just give him a light and see what happens.
Give him the lighter and see what happens. I wonder if they give it back to us if it's not...
One notorious drink from the archipelago coming up. Thanks a lot. So what's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink name itself is the ingredients. Susu Telia Made Zanhe. Milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder someone reminds me of eggnog.
So we just have eggs on hand for some reason.
Hot eggs too.
Yeah. I don't know what... It's egg. I don't know if I would like it. Salmonella.
albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Hendry likes it.
I mean, also Hendry is Rachel's dad, by the way. I'm pretty sure. And he's a cat. He's a Nekomimi.
Makes sense
So
why milk's the way to go.
yeah.
It's a great stamina drink.
Yeah, probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. Oh, there's a whole category for the milk ones. Interesting.
You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think I will show up tonight. Oh? Why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed.
Oh no.
And it's not exactly great outside either.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a thing in this universe, but like vampires, they're typically like they can't pass through running water. That's like a thing. Like running water and there's the ginger thing and silver? I don't remember.
So these silver's werewolves.
Well, stakes. Crucifixes. That's what I'm thinking of. The silver is werewolves. And also fae. Fae also don't like silver.
Good to know. If I have to go werewolf, vampire, or fae hunting, it's good to know the differences.
Don't fall into a fae trap, please. If you see what looks like a doorway in the woods, don't go through it.
But it'd be really funny.
You'll get kidnapped!
But it'd be really funny though.
You'll get kidnapped! And don't enter a fairy ring either.
Wouldn't that be like a nice... Okay, imagine the snap that story. You'll see, I found this weird door in the woods.
I found this weird door in the woods, I went through it, and I
Wish
came
me
out
luck.
at a different time period.
I decided by a coin toss.
No!
I thought he liked this kind of weather. Yes, his car, not so much. That thing couldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you're missing it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day.
We heard about it.
Did he ever tell you about how old it is?
Didn't... Oh yeah.
Yep, he gave me the whole backstory of it.
He didn't tell us the specific age of it though. But he did say it was old.
Yeah.
Oh!
I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here.
I hate that you're like talking to yourself right now.
I do it all the time, it's not that hard. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past, too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia?
There's a chance. He did say he was moving specifically to be closer to someone.
It could be the Dwarf Mafia. Maybe he has like an old buddy.
That's hot! Anyway. That's some hot tea.
Spicy even.
It does have some spice to it, but it's not... It's just hot in temperature.
Yeah.
I burned myself.
I believe it. I was going to say homesickness. But I realized that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say though. It's the strange longing for times going by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is
Facts.
ironic, really.
It is
What
changing
is-
too fast.
How so?
I mean... I don't think we want to talk about that. But, I mean... I think the main thing is the technological advancements are going crazy right now. and like let's just say this: the laws in our country are not keeping up with the rate that technology is advancing.
Okay,
And
that's fair.
things like, for example, AI is becoming so popular, and it's not being restricted. There's no regulations on it right now, I'm pretty sure. I think they're starting to, but there's just in general, technology is advancing really quickly, and there aren't a lot of regulations in place. Same with electric vehicles and stuff. There is not a whole lot of regulations on that, and I mean, it it's a whole thing.
That's fair. I think this time's like the best time for us to, let's say, actually make restrictions on things, even though they start advancing. Because it could be a lot worse if, let's say, we're in the middle of a war. Because I know those come with lots of advancements.
Oh yeah,
And no one's really focused on how this is affecting us domestically.
Yeah, this is definitely a good time to be putting regulations, but I just don't think that they're thinking about putting regulations yet, because it has, like, issues haven't come up yet to where people are, like, wanting to put regulations, even though there are actually issues, because, like...
I disagree with that. I think it's more that these issues haven't affected them yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I don't think a whole lot of people who are in office are artists and understand the struggles that artists are going through in terms of battling with AI right now. Because it's insane.
I think being a politician is like the furthest thing from being an artist.
One of them, yeah.
So yeah, maybe you could be like our first artist.
No.
First artist president.
No, I'm not doing that.
It'd be really funny. And think about the lore. Like whatever.
The lore is crazy.
Imagine you could at
this
some
man's
point.
talking about lore.
Listen. And there's one thing I've learned about life. It's choosing the outcome that is the funniest is normally the best. Imagine you get to be like a really old person, and you're regaling your kids about that one time you coin flipped and became president of the United States.
That's crazy. Oh my god. Alright. Have you read this one?
I don't think so. Live life long enough and you realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like safety necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. There's stuff you have to deal with indefinitely. Because in our lifespans, you think we get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us.
Dinosaurs, it's crazy.
Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much.
It's crazy because we didn't have any of this happening in the last coffee talk. We had 0 power issues, I'm pretty sure. So it's kind of interesting that this has been a pervasive thing going on during this DLC. Episode 2.
It could be the decay aspect. Otherwise, I have to break it.
Oh, I just realized I forgot my earrings today. Riona, no! I'll do her though.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I can do 3. Oh, hey there. We meet again.
It's literally being all the people he voices, which is hilarious.
It was fate.
Yes, hello.
Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona.
Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone.
Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way?
My car? Oh, you mean the tire? There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking.
My pleasure.
May I order a cup of Russian tea? Russian tea? Do we have that?
Well, we know it's a tea.
Oh, we don't have that. What? Russian tea? I don't think that's Russian.
Okay.
What's up with these teas that we don't know anything about?
do a lot
That's
of tea.
crazy. What the heck?
Okay, I have an idea.
Huh.
We just need to think about what we know about Russians.
We don't have alcohol.
Dawn! Okay, if it's not alcohol, maybe it's something really spicy.
It might be. I don't know.
So maybe tea,
Russian tea.
ginger, cinnamon, or cinnamon.
I don't know. We don't have a whole lot of trashes either. And I'm worried.
Well, it's not like do we not get dialogue if we mess it
Well,
up?
if we mess it up, we just don't get a like thank you and a little tidbit extra, basically. But also, we're able to go back at the end of this, because in Coffee Talk 1, I can say this, when we finished the game, we got given the option to go back to correct mistakes that we made.
Oh yeah, so time travel. We could if we mess it up, that'd be like a special stream.
Yeah.
Fixing our mistakes.
I'm gonna guess it's a regular tea. And you want to do ginger and cinnamon?
Yes, or cinnamon.
Or cinnamon. Well, cinnamon tea is probably what's gonna end up being. If we ginger cinnamon?
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know how many things we have left. 3. Chai? Chai is Indian. Masala chai. Yeah, that's Indian.
Dawn. Is lemon spicy?
Lemon isn't spicy. Lemon's bitter and cool.
Then maybe it's cinnamon lemon.
Cinnamon and lemon. Sure.
We'll just have to serve it no matter what now.
No, that's not it.
I should have thought that would have been it.
We can also. It does matter the order that we put it in. We did ginger cinnamon. We could do cinnamon ginger, but then we're forced to serve it.
All or nothing.
I guess.
It's gonna be really funny if you look this up one day and it's like hibiscus.
I don't know. I don't.
I don't think we've made any hibiscus at all.
Yeah, we haven't. Because this right here is hibiscus. Yeah. I don't know, man.
May the fates be in our favor.
Nope.
They were not in our favor.
Do you want to keep the trash it, or do you want to do one more time?
I say we keep the trash in case we make like a.
We're
really
sorry,
big mistake.
Renona. We messed it up.
We're not worthy. Here you go, miss.
This is not what I ordered.
Is it not? I'm sorry, let me remake it for you.
It's okay. You can leave me.
Are you sure?
Yes. Don't worry about it.
Okay then. I'm truly sorry once again. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask?
You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info.
Ah, that's right. So you two did not end up connecting after all.
We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all.
Why is that?
Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email with the following night. Right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 a.m.
That's pretty late.
A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away, to my surprise.
Had no idea he was at the night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird.
Right. I wonder if he ever sleeps.
That should be a question for you too, miss.
Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was a matter of concern.
Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you.
Did he?
Yep, he said so himself.
I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person. Which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure it's necessary.
I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out?
Perhaps. I suppose we'll see.
Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping he'd become more stable as the days go by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control.
That's right. You tried everything you could.
I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss?
Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children? So random.
Sorry?
Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day.
Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of.
Imagine.
Understandable. It's really easy to have to fight kids.
Or sorry for the misunderstanding.
No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better?
Yes, well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago.
We all have our own bad days, so don't worry about it.
Thank you.
While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place?
Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. A metered spot just outside the now defunct library.
Oh, the vacant building at the Burnine intersection? Born. Really?
That's
okay.
Born, yeah, that's Born.
Okay. What's a hard? Born intersection?
I mean, have you seen some of the names of the cities here in Texas? There are kind of a lot.
I pay attention when it matters.
Yes, that's correct.
I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it. Since its location is very popular in the culture-centric neighborhood.
That's true. There's even an art college nearby.
Right? Then again, I always found the street a bit odd.
Odd? How?
It's just barren. Especially if you consider the area. The weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way.
Hmm.
Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd.
Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you are recalling.
A flea market, huh?
Why do they call it a flea market?
That's a good question.
That's always something that's really confused me, but I've never looked it up online. It's like, why is it called a flea market?
Look at this. Okay, there was probably two possible histories. It was probably racist somehow, or meant to look down on some type of people,
Maybe.
or the much funner idea,
Funner.
we messed up, and fleas in human clothing were going around setting up markets, and we had to deal with them by making our own markets.
This is weird, but it's not like terrible. It is orange. It's just weird.
So it does its job.
Hmm?
It does its job of being orange.
It does do its job of being orange. It's definitely, I should have done the peppermint one, because that's the one I'm used to.
That's power trying new things, even if it's bad. Like s'mores ramen. The last thing I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know.
That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers, and the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts.
Remember this? Hold on, I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay?
Sure.
Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library. On a seemingly deserted street within a busy area. That has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason.
Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there.
Oh?
Are you serious, Pops?
Why wouldn't I be?
That's crazy.
We got a full cast today.
We sure do.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, everyone. Oh boy. I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello.
Moo, for the love of all things holy, tell me my light is here. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it now for you? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sir, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well. What's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Rion's car may have been vandalized. Oh.
They got your car too, huh, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue.
Still sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss?
I can send you the coordinates if you'd like.
That'd be real swell.
Whole coordinates is crazy.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or... Pretty much. Same location where I parked mine a week ago.
I see.
You can rest assured we've already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I am the only one doing it at the moment.
And you're here!
That sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you out of all people doubting my skill move? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Well, there with the breaks, I suppose. Anyways, give me your strongest espresso move, and don't forget my lighter.
If we could do that one! I know what an espresso is!
Espresso!
Woohoo!
I really wish this is like super strong espresso or espresso to the power of three.
Watch it be wrong. We needed a 4th extra slot we can only unlock after.
We need. Really funny. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Moo. You probably think I'm being silly, but what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Perfect, as always. Are you ready to order?
Might as well. I'd like something desserty, because it's my cheat day.
Sure thing. Any specifics in mind?
Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now.
You know, that sounds oddly familiar.
For real? I don't have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. That. What do we got? Georgie. You guys' birthday. How many kids? Okay. Back. See, this is Japanese, and that's just chocolate.
Okay. So what have you done with the Spanish?
Hot spicy kick. It's probably cinnamon, if I had to guess.
And because it's thick.
We could do 2 chocolates and a cinnamon, maybe.
But we also got. It also has milk.
Oh yeah, milk.
So we can't do 2 chocolates.
So we could do this though.
Okay.
You want to try it? Hold on. What is? Let me make sure we're not making this one. Okay, yeah. So that's chocolate, honey, and milk. So this has got cinnamon in it.
Alright, I think we got this in the bag.
Hold on. Ginger, cinnamon. Both, because this one has more. Well, it's a little hot. Okay. Okay.
So we go then. Crimson even. What's that?
Spiced lady. That's not the Spanish flag.
I think that's British.
I think that's the UK. We got one left.
But it's a song. And I hope this doesn't come off in any bad way, but the only Spanish songs I've heard have always been about ladies. Spice Lady.
But that's not the Spanish flag. I think that's the dead giveaway that it's wrong.
But like, what if it's like Maybe it's like the Spanish Inquisition. They were in the UK for some reason. They made a song.
I don't think so.
Okay, but then how will we change it?
We can change the order, or we can make it ginger instead of cinnamon.
Okay.
Which one do you want to do?
I guess we could try the order.
Alright. That's our last one, though. So this one we'll have to serve.
Hopefully we don't have any more times you have to serve. That's the same way. It would be milk chocolate. Right?
No, it has to be chocolate, because if we do milk, we're locked into milk.
Okay.
So we have to do cinnamon milk instead. Oh yeah, the warmth is higher on this now.
Okay.
Hopefully it's right.
Let's get it.
If not, we're just screwed.
Maybe it'll actually just be in Spanish. I think I was right there. It had a special art and everything.
No, but it was a freaking UK flag.
Well, I mean, have you seen the Spanish flag?
Yes.
I haven't, so I can't really speak.
What if we we just draw it?
Good idea. I'll
No,
pull it up right now.
No. I think we just serve it. Cause we can't trash it, so we have to
I mean,
serve
okay,
it.
if we make the flag, he might be convinced it is. Yeah, but yeah, we'll have to serve it.
I'm sorry, man.
Hot cocoa drink coming up.
Thanks. Moo?
Yes.
We used all of our trashes on Gala, and so we're kind of messing up everything again.
I still think the Spice Lady could have worked.
I don't think so.
I mean, sure, it had the UK flag on it, but like, you never expect the Spanish Inquisition, so maybe you never expect the Spanish.
Okay.
Maybe that's like a trick.
If we play this again and it turns out that the Spice Lady was the correct one, we can make a bet and you can do something then.
That sounds amazing.
What is the bet then?
That's a good one. I can't have a good bet thing right now.
I give you $1. That's it.
I'll take it. I'm always in for money.
All right. At the end of the series, we'll figure out if I owe him $1.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't think this is it.
It's not?
Nuh-uh. It's neither luscious or thick enough.
I'm sorry about that. Let me remake it for you.
You know what? No. I was like, it could have been 2 cocos, but no, it couldn't have been 2 cocos because we had to have milk and then a spice. Okay, Gala. We don't need your sass
I
today.
think he's disappointed in us.
He's done. He's out. Nah. My fault for being vague. So don't worry about it, okay?
Alright. Thank you.
So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was?
Creepy patrolling experience. Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it. Because maybe it's just a tad too spooky.
You have a werewolf, a satyr, and a literal banshee, which is a ghost, sitting right next to you. I think you're good, personally.
But it still might be spooky. Even for me. What happened?
Tell him, Pops.
It's not that big of a deal, honestly.
Drama. All the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something.
You've got a point there.
He's stress smoking.
Y'all were talking about the area anyway, right?
Yep.
Well, I have been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself
We
is
keep
fairly
running into each other.
the street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A kindly sidewalk. I could say sidewalk.
Sidewalk.
Sure, so that's how I say it. With metered parking spots, a fence here and there, and an unfinished construction site with a couple CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree?
There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library.
Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January.
Ah,
The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So instead started a massive cleanup project last year. Well,
is there a dryad?
Dryad?
Dryads are tree spirits.
I don't know if there's been one in the game, but
That makes me wonder if it could be though. I mean, we have a banshee who's already a spirit.
I mean,
How far out of the question is it that we might have a dryad that's
have-
a tree spirit?
I think our last conversation in the game yesterday was two aliens, symbiotic connections, a vampire, and the man in black. I feel like nothing's out of the question here.
Well, it's actually guys in black.
Sorry, copyright. Guys in black. DIB.
But it could be aliens. It could also be a dryad. I don't know. Just putting it out there, because I kind of want it to be a dryad because I like dryads. Dryads are cool. You should look into dryads after, because
I know a couple. I watched the
sick.
anime at that time. I got reincarnated as a slime, and I remember those being prominent there. And because he's new one, if they just put one here, we could make one. They simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why? What's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the street than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Rihanna.
Are you expecting something from me, Moon? Huh?
Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts.
I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind.
Gladly, miss.
I guess the shifting camera view has to also be our character moving around then, because she reacted that way after the camera panned to her.
Which makes sense. Almost forgot about me there, huh?
No, Georgie, never.
So, anyways, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 or 5 cars were parked there overnight at most. Which makes keeping track of breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story.
The dramatic freaking thunder.
Hold on.
Spooky ghost stories.
What a stage setup.
He's nervous too.
Oh, phew. There you go.
Thank goodness.
Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was near the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. Two spaces across the street, two in the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking towards another night job's well done. Right? Wrong. As I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you. In a span of less than 10 minutes.
That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just one tire. And that's if you're using the right tools.
Right?
Does this have something to do with the fact that, Silver was with us? Remember there was some event or some sort and it called the agent away because he had to, like, rush?
I mean, yeah, but I think he just went with aliens. I think ghost situations are kind of just, yeah, that's a police job.
Yeah, but I don't know. The way that Silver was talking makes it seem like it could have been him that night, you know? Because it was kind of a dire situation and didn't want Amanda to get caught.
I do hope just a bit that we find out that there's just like, obviously, I think it's to be obvious, we get a Ghostbuster like character.
Oh
And
my
that just so
God.
happens to be the day we meet the ghost. Because that was the movement when the streetlights went out and suddenly and all at once.
What?
Right after that, I heard fluid of footsteps and laughter. They were going further and further away from the scene, and yet I saw nothing at all.
Oh.
Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infos actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it.
Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though.
I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see.
Jesus.
Well, whoever they sure was fast. Right? Anyway, Moo, I think I want another drink. Oh no. All this talking making my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it.
Oh no, it's right.
Why is it that? What would you like? What do you suggest?
Yay!
I like it be so easy. Have some tea with ginger and honey. Sounds good.
Imagine we put it in the wrong order.
Can you use the red flowers that you have as the base?
Hibiscus!
You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I like the red flower tea with
He
ginger
also has struggled saying it because he just says red flower tea.
and a touch of honey. Yeah, but I don't think he will repeat himself like a record scratching.
Ooh. Tejahe Rosella. Or is it Rosella or Rosea? I don't know.
I just always say hibiscus. Don't ask me words when it comes. Don't ask me that.
Well, I'm just because it could if it depends whether or not it's Spanish or not. I don't know. Tejahi. I don't know.
Well, it's
We'll see.
arguably more Spanish than the Spice Lady.
Because it's either Rosella or Rosea.
One popping on.
Oh.
I was mid-sentence.
Tejahe Rosella.
Why not say it? Oh, what does it mean?
Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say what origin it is. Huh. Maybe they'll say it.
Alright. Zehe means ginger, Te means tea, and Rosella is Rosalie, another name for hibiscus. That's the one I messed up on. Hibiscus.
It's the same thing as this one because Zahir was also in that. The
Ginger.
yeah, because it was in the soup too.
So
It's an Indonesian thing then.
yeah, I see a legit herbal drink. Spicy but perfect for the weather. Good call, Moo. I'm happy to please.
If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Because I'm not scared of ghosts. His face!
I like how that's the scary thing.
Real beings scare me more.
Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghost? That was canon. Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya?
I don't
He
know,
says,
Pops.
with-
Maybe it's even crazier. Maybe something even crazier than that.
This is a very serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that.
Sorry.
Interesting. You do that. You know something. No, not me. But she might.
She is a ghost. Or a spirit. Right, the tree, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought.
I'm not sure if this can be in any use of all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree?
Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss?
Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned that there was once a flea market on that street, correct?
Right.
They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's terms for unregistered citizens, including all other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that.
Huh. I remember learning. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was done the first step towards civil peace. But it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough.
Was that all before the Vindication Act?
Way before that. Woohoo! We're not talking about the economic political state of the world. Many who couldn't enlisted were basically in an administration limbo.
What? That's as good as not existing at all.
Really? That's horrible.
It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival throughout the changing times, in more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of the Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, so people would notice and come take a look. That sounds kinda too low-key, no?
Because it was illegal, silly.
Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless. While the laws are still shaky at best. Then a tragic accident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before.
Ooh, that is you.
Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it?
How long ago was that?
The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcibly disbanded in 1961.
Happened before I was born, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here.
This is around when Gala and Hyde met, by the way. And this location was a bar.
Ah, the good old days. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual.
Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case.
But there was a body, wasn't it? Not the one people might expect.
You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No. We simply disappear.
So,
It could have been a dryad, then. The dryad could have been hit.
yeah. But I think they said it was mainly won by fairies, and I assume the fairies were the vendors.
Well, dryads are associated with fairies.
That is true.
And again, they are a spiritual being, so it could be that the dryad had died and left basically a seed behind. Think like Groot kind of thing, you know?
Hear me out. Half dryad, half fairy.
Who knows? Oh, so he said so, if I'm getting this straight.
The tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. So the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up.
Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling.
I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you.
Yes?
You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal?
I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer.
Break a leg, Pops.
I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep y'all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss.
Yes.
It's about the fairies passing and how everyone's forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not.
Unfortunately. That's why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. There were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory.
But it wasn't enough, was it? else we still have that tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about.
For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it.
It is that so.
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't catch your name by the way. I'm Gala.
Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir.
Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona.
Thank you. See you around.
Bye, man. Take care.
Yay, just me.
Woo, that was thanks.
You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? You want something to eat?
We don't sell food here.
You don't? No wonder your place is always empty.
Well,
Just kidding, Moo. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. Also quite partial to the blue PT. Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you. May I? Sure. Moo, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video, and it looked perfect for our lady.
yeah, what is it?
It had blue pea as the base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. Alright, thanks. Mint, lemon.
We can't mess this one up.
I hope not! I'm gonna cry. That's the Galaxy Mint tea from before.
Here you go, miss. Poop.
We have made this before.
I don't think so. I know we did Swimming Blue Lightning.
Yeah,
I
we
think-
made it by accident.
Oh.
Yeah, we made it when it wasn't needed. So the fact that it's in here, we know it's gonna be correct. Because it only puts it in here when we make it, when it's correct.
I hope the one day I wasn't here to help out.
But yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's so cute. I love her.
Oh, I didn't even see that. The 18th of September. Close to my own. Here you go,
Here you
miss.
go.
From the man sitting right beside you.
Looks nice. Very pretty. I like it. Thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, Moo, that looks exactly like what I envisioned.
Those,
You're a G.
those winks?
Hmm?
I think he was winking. Very rudely. I'm happy you both enjoyed it.
But man, that whole case earlier, though, was a lot to take in. Also, about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you, too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, huh. Now, that's what you call a huge pressure. Before that, though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea of why you're choosing it the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was that of a sorbet aria. She was not very well known.
What is a sobat area?
Sorbet aria.
I said that wrong on purpose this time.
Okay. Oh, I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of a second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts, hence sorbet aria.
Oh, I see.
Like background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. Hmm. The first time I heard her voice, it was on an old recording of a comedy opera. It was still very young. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera, but hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I could not find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own.
That's really cool and brave of you to do so.
I agree. I never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you, and wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us.
You're just being careful yet courageous.
Right, because the path you're choosing to walk is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel you may be the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, Moo?
No comment.
Aw. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see? Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad.
Oh.
We weren't really wealthy, though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us, for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by and give us some money, though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again a couple months later, or a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died.
Oh?
Which is where my mom and siblings live now.
I'm trying to hear about your father.
No, it's fine. Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings.
When you started the inheritance pie, huh?
You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for the LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they'll have to chase after me.
Good call.
Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that's also why I needed my money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That's why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know, because it was my first time venturing into another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even going to be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, no, it's not that. I just really, really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we had to do we had all these huge, huge egos. So naturally there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all well-rounded, helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked in the end.
No disagreements there.
Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? Huh? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts onto you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yet, I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been trying to do all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure, either. Although it won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure, though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally it'll have, like, an interview at first, and then I'll record your singing, I'll bring all the gear, I'll also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do, since I did start vlogging my journey on my own too. But I did start vlogging my vlogging journey on my own too. So I bet the results can still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. I'm flattered, but no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Moo. Sorry if I bored you, huh?
No, truly, it was my pleasure.
Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around? Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Moon.
Come again soon.
I think tonight was the most I have talked in the past 2 years.
And I'm quite glad to hear that.
Thank you, Moo,
For what?
for being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with.
It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around.
Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink, but I'll be seeing you again soon.
And we'll be waiting, always. Safe trip, Miss Rihanna, and have a good night. You. I think I'm done for tonight. I hope everything will work out for everyone.
Same. Ginger latte. Oh,
Perfect for a cold evening.
my back. Okay. That was a long one.
Yeah, it's about 3.4. So after we do papers, we can just, I guess, chat about the episode, and then we speak golden.
You want to just do one today?
Yeah, we normally do one day.
We usually do 2 days.
Do we?
Yes.
Huh. I swear it's normally one.
No, we usually do 2 days.
I might.
We did start late also. Up
Okay.
to you on if you want to do this next day or if you want to go ahead and stop.
I don't have. Do you want? We can do the papers and we can end because we normally end at 4.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's the what we go towards.
That's our time, yeah.
And that way we can, I don't know, we'll force therapy guy to do 2 days with us since he was going today.
Okay. That's what you want to do then. So our papers is World Golem Culture Center grand opening held in Bhutan,
Lunar Cell panel prototype waiting for first test.
and newcomer progressive elven metal band Avatar. Avatar top U.S. music chart. Interesting.
I'd have to hear that.
I don't think that's a real band.
Probably not, but like, Avatar is just like a unique name.
It is an interesting name.
And they
It's a
were metal.
progressive elven metal band. That's very interesting. I don't. You think of elves and you don't think of metal.
Wait, you also would think progressive.
Yeah. All right.
Now, you want to check the path first?
Yeah, we can check this.
Is there anything cool on there?
Dinner with the team. Oh, there's the golem. Oh, who's this little guy? They're cute.
That's
What?
the best character in the game.
Rachel, I love her. Aww.
God, this pixel art style is really good.
I know, right?
Yep.
Last night was wild. Ever have a night like that? Huh. Alright. Well, you said you wanted to end, so we'll go ahead and save our game. Oops. Wrong button. Whoops. No one saw that.
Yeah, it's definitely not recorded.
Alright.
Alright.
Do we have extras right now?
Gallery. You know, this feature. That's pretty cool. It
It's cute.
makes sense though. Like I said, this artwork would make a really good
These are the
wallpaper.
profile images right here. These ones are the profiles.
Yeah.
I don't know about these ones, but this has to be Amanda. There's Aqua. We got Bailey's. I forgot.
That's a character.
We got Gala. That's Hyde. There's Dorky. There's Lua. There's Lucas.
Oh,
Lucas
that
again.
that is profile picture.
Yeah, it's him as a little kid.
Oh,
It's like him as a kid. It's
that's a
cute.
vibe.
We have one missing. Riona. I love Riona. She's so cute.
She was a good character, honestly.
Your permanent resident. That's hilarious. Wait, Silver's profile picture is his freaking ID card? That's like crazy.
I think it fits.
Freya. That's Freya right there. We haven't seen her yet.
One of these days.
And there's the group. Rachel's little group.
We get a lot of Lucas pics. I'm seeing that now.
Yeah. Hide. We're missing one because I'm gonna guess that's another one right there.
Yeah.
Myrtle. Lambs. I want to know who this little guy is. They're so cute. And then there's that. And then we've got.
Oh, we
ones.
have some more. We have the fidget spinner.
Fidget
Truly,
spinner.
a work of art.
I know, right? That's a little funny. But I'm guessing it's because it's like the up close images when we inspect them.
Mhm.
That's what it would have to be.
Makes sense.
Hold on a second. Oh wait, the comparison between this photo of Hyde and this one here, when he was young. They're like the same thing, it's just he's older, with longer hair.
Yeah. I'm still obligated to say I am still expecting a Jekyll at some point.
A what?
A Jekyll.
Oh.
Come on, you have Hyde. You have to have a Jekyll. It's like a law.
It's a masterpiece. Pardon me for serve the wrong drink for the first time. So we got some of the like things we can see here.
We can go achievement hunting.
Yeah, could. I think I would probably get the game myself and do achievement hunting because this seems like a fun game to do achievement hunting for.
At least to me, it really feels like one of those games where you play it once, you love it, then you forget about it for like 4 or 5 years, and then you play it again.
It's a really good game. I think I might get it myself to like share with my friends who don't join us on stream because I really love this. There's also an endless mode.
Which sounds really weird, but I assume that's just like make coffee, make coffee, make coffee.
Yeah, I'm
make
pretty
coffee.
sure that's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's just having coffee and not really talking.
It may be like one of those like old school mobile games where they have the order, you just have to
Oh
make
my
it.
god, it's like Papa's Pizza. I don't know,
Yes.
maybe. That'd be funny.
We have to try that out one day.
Maybe. But yeah.
What do you think of the day today?
The day
Day
today,
today.
it was very interesting. I feel like we're missing some input from a certain someone who's usually in this chair. But
Yeah, the actual therapist. here.
yeah, the actual therapist. There's definitely a lot going on. I'm glad that Lucas kind of got his, I don't know how to phrase it, his resolve or something. I don't know. He apologized to Riona and they're making things up and they're getting along now instead of like fighting, because when they first met they were fighting, you know.
Yeah.
It is a very interesting thing about what's going on in the neighborhood with that tree. It does make me really wonder if it was a dryad, but I know they keep saying fairies and stuff, but I think that's just the term that they were using. But I don't know, because at least from my knowledge, the Fae are like connected to elves and satyrs too. So, and I'm pretty sure what they were talking about was also before, like, because it's at the time that like Gala and Hyde met, which I know you weren't around when they talked.
I don't think anyone was around when they talked.
But they met in what our coffee talk building is, when it was a bar.
I think I also want to mention there, they specified like in 1950s and 60s.
Yeah.
And being a black man, I'm pretty sure racism was pretty high back then.
Oh yeah. So
And-
it's even worse in this because of how many different species / races there are.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm also thinking here, regardless how there has to be some connection here history-wise. Assuming it's the same, and I know for a fact this has to have happened, there must have been people of different races in the USA for now, who may have been killed, maimed, whatever. That's not really dismissive, but people died as a result of racism or someone else's negligence. And because, let's say slavery just ended, doesn't matter, because they were black, how many of those things go undocumented? How many people's lives how many people's lives were forgotten simply because they weren't important to those in power?
Yeah. And the same can be said about queer people as well.
Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, if it isn't clear, the whole thing about, like, Silver is a very big trans allegory going on right there. Because Silver first introducing themselves as Neil, an ambiguous space person, and then discovering themselves, that's a whole trans allegory right there, which is something that a friend of mine had mentioned to me, and I just didn't say anything on stream, but yeah, it's a trans allegory right there, and there's probably a mixture, I would say. I think part of maybe why they have it as the transient beings and fairies and stuff is to kind of combine the people of color and also queer individuals, because both, probably, you know.
Yeah.
Because the 50s and 60s was also really bad for queer people too.
Respectfully, I don't think it's better. It's still not good for either.
Yeah, we definitely still have a lot to go in this day and age, but during that time period, yeah, it was just so taboo of a subject, and I know people just were ashamed of just existing as themselves, and that sucks. I don't know why any person ever would want to make someone feel ashamed for existing.
If I had to guess, there are two ways you can interpret it. One from like a purely more, I'm gonna say, sociological level, is that when people are different or go against what you think is right, it's a threat to society.
Yeah.
That's how people power view it.
It's also a threat to the individuals, also, because it makes them question their own ideologies, and that's why they get so defensive over it too. Yeah. Like, for example, let's use this as an example. Men's masculinity, like men and their masculinity. So something we've talked about in my gender and society sociology class is that men feel backed into a corner because being masculine is basically being everything that a woman isn't. And because women are able to do whatever they want now, not saying it's a woman's fault, but just saying that pushes men into a corner where they feel like to be masculine, they have to up the ante on being aggressive and dressing masculine and refusal to do anything feminine, because how dare you suggest that I do something feminine? How dare you suggest I have soft hands, you know? Like, that's an actual insult people use, is you have soft hands, don't you? Like, hello?
Like, and as a man myself, I can kind of get that. But at the same time, like, there are some things, when I was younger, of course, try to be masculine. Like, one thing I always felt bad about was, I'm not very good at sports.
Right.
Like, I lost to my 10-year-old brother multiple times at basketball. Do you know? Like, that's not even my pride as a man. That's my pride as a human being who is older than 10. But yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it sucks for men who want to be more expressive too. Because, like, hey, Maybe I don't want to smell like the Olsen and bourbon. Maybe I want to smell like cotton candy. But no.
That's not masculine. That's feminine.
Yeah, I've stopped caring.
As you should. Good for you. I'm glad. You should also not care. I think I just people spend too much time, I think, caring about what other people's opinions are of them that they kind of lose sight of themselves, and like using each other's opinions of you as like a guidance. Sure, makes sense, but like being dependent on people's views of you is like really bad.
Oh yeah. I wanted to your podcast. I talked to Dr. Wallace about this, and I asked him about this as well. The way he put it is, it's kind of like a duality. You need to have others' opinions to enforce how you act in certain situations. Because, for example, let's say you have a knife. You just want to go to people, but because other people say, no, don't do that. That's bad. You're gonna hurt someone. So you use that and think, okay, I'll put the knife down and start poking people instead. Because you still want to poke people, but now you know you can't do it with a knife. That's probably not a good analogy, but it's kind of adapting to societal pressures, but not conforming to them.
Yeah. It's a whole thing, because I honestly don't understand why people get so, because based on what I have seen, because there's a lot of men who like are really, I don't know what the proper word is, it like insecure, I don't know, they just absolutely refuse to wear like this, the idea of wearing like a dress or a skirt is like so out of the question for them, like how dare you even suggest a thing. But I've seen like men where they like put on a dress or a skirt and they're like, oh my god, it's so flowy. There's so much airflow. It feels nice. Like,
and to my notes, might be a racist, maybe a racist stereotype, but we do know Scottish men also wear
in
kilts.
traditional Scottish menswear, yeah, they wear kilts, and why? And they're looked down on, in like at least from what I've seen in America, they look down on Scottish traditional menswear being kilts and are like, you're wearing a skirt. I feel like there's more acceptance kind of it because it's a kilt, not a skirt, you know? But it's still the same thing. You're just calling it a different name. It's like for example, the term, it's kind of like, I mean, considering all this talk now about in coffee talk, but it's almost an inappropriate thing to say, but like guys referring to having big pecs as being moobs instead of boobs, because it has to be man boobs. It can't be just boobs. Like,
yeah, I get that. But at the same, I only have an opinion there. I just think it would be really funny if more men wore dresses.
I think it would be, I think a lot of guys would find out, like, if they could just try it for once and then see how they feel about it. And if they like it, wear them more. Like, hello? That's all you gotta do. If you feel comfortable, because there's this whole thing about fashion in general of being that, like, beauty hurts. And I'm like, hello? You can look good and not be in pain the whole day while you're dressed. Like, hello?
Yeah, you just gotta figure out what style fits you. Like,
exactly.
For me, I refuse to wear shorts at all. If I'm going,
same.
If I leave the house, I'm not wearing shorts.
Same.
And I've gotten shorts. Like, the only shorts I will wear are about this long.
They're capris. That's what they are. Because I also wear capris.
I don't know names that well.
Yeah, they're called capris. And I like capris. I don't like wearing shorts. And it's not that, like, because here's the thing. I'm not feminine very much, but I don't like really wearing skirts or dresses myself, and that's just a personal preference. I prefer having the snug like feeling on pants. I prefer that. And
Which is totally fair.
yeah, and usually when I mean today I'm wearing like actual pants, but usually I wear just basically some almost like they're just like some flowy ones, which are still they're still flowy, but they're still pants. Hello.
Yeah.
And it's like the difference between wearing short sleeves and long sleeves. Some people just prefer to wear long sleeves, and they can do that. There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
don't get solution that from. They still always wear a jacket.
Exactly. It's 90 degrees outside and you're wearing a jacket. Like, you can
And
do
a
that.
beanie.
Yeah, and a beanie. You can do that. You can do whatever you want. It's like your staple. I like never
Exactly.
see you without your beanie. It's your like I see you in the hallway. I know it's you just because of your beanie. Like
It like okay. In my opinion, the best way to think of fashion is like you're a character in a movie or TV show. You need that one defining trait, and if that's like how you wear your pants, the shoes you wear, perfectly fine. For me, it's the beanie and the jacket. So if you see my beanie somewhere out there, you know I'm probably missing or dead.
But yeah, it's like it's a whole thing about like people like the whole thing about trends and stuff and like um brands and fashion and stuff is like so bizarre to me because it's all about just it's just being accepted by other people is that's all. It's about being accepted by other people and trying to show that you're wealthy. Even if you aren't because he's just spent like $600,000 on a designer bag. Like, hello?
Yeah, it was way too much. I think it's also important to. Okay, I'm a poor person. I'm also very cheap.
See, even Coach likes Capri's.
Yeah. I also base my fashion on two things: how long can I wear them, and are they functional? For example, these shoes I have on, they are on their last legs.
Same with mine, buddy.
I
I've got a hole in my shoe right there that's forming.
Listen, I can wear them, I can walk, and that's all that matters.
Exactly.
My
Yeah.
jacket is falling apart at the seams, but I'll still wear it.
Right. See, what I don't own a pair, but I really like boots, and I really want platform boots. The only reason why I want them is because I think they look cool, and because I want to feel tall.
Understandable.
Because I'm very,
Boots are-
I don't want to say very, but I am short. I am
Boots are
5'4". Like,
My I bought some kind of like $20 boots once, and oh my god, they were amazing.
good boots are like change you as a person, man.
But yeah, I was basically forced to buy more shoes, so I
Oh.
only wore boots for like my entire first semester.
I had a pair of, they were faux leather combat boots. They had to be faux leather because they were cheap, but like, they fell apart quick, but I wore them all the time, and I loved them.
At some point I plan to go to like a Goodwill or like a somewhere where you can get people's clothes or things they gave away. I just need to find a really good pair of combat boots or like just steel toe boots
Not suck. They're
or steel toe boots.
opposite of what I was trying to say. Combat boots are like the bomb.
I don't care if it doesn't fit my fashion or whatever. If it works,
It works.
it works.
I would love to invest in some steel-toed boots just to walk around in because they're sick, and that's it.
Oh yeah.
But and I feel like that should be like what people do in terms of fashion is just wear what they like and feel comfortable in. If you like wearing things that make you uncomfortable, that's a whole different story, you know? Like
Yeah, might be a masochist, and there's nothing wrong with that. We won't judge you. We'll just laugh with you.
But yeah, so but that today's episode was interesting because we kind of got some like loose ends kind of closing up. They're starting to close up. We can tell like with Lucas and Riona, and we're starting to finally understand what's going on in terms of the vandalism and stuff. So I wonder if they're gonna have to like return the tree Because it makes me wonder if the tree's even still around. Or they'll have to have like a little piece and replant it or something, you know? Like,
I have two things I want to mention. My first, one's like actually about the story. One's because I think it'd be funny. Imagine because Georgie's the one investigating this. Outside his window, he can see the spirit saying, "Return the tree."
return the tree. That's funny. I find it interesting because Gala almost. I don't want to say Gala was like unimportant, but it just brought a whole nother like aspect to the whole thing. He was someone to bounce off of, but him questioning his own memory is like a big thing because
Yes, that's actually what I wanted to bring up. Because human beings, memory, nostalgia, this kind of thing where I'm focusing here and what I got from him around. I have to say this. The idea of your memory being unreliable is honestly terrifying.
It is. It is very terrifying. And I mean that's part of what makes like dementia so terrifying as a thing is to imagine going through your life and not knowing who or what anything is and it just slowly all being taken away from you. Dementia is a very, very terrifying disease. It is.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I do actually have a family member who has it. That's definitely not fun. And because I was curious, like many people were when the train came around. I think the track was called. I forget the name of the track. What was that one piano piece?
Are you talking about the album by The Caretaker, which
Yes.
is
Where it kind of simulates it.
yes.
I listened to that.
Yeah.
That was a very terrifying 6 hours.
It was. It is there is for those unaware, there's a 6-hour album by The Caretaker known as, I believe it's a very long title that's abbreviated.
I also know there's a SpongeBob version of it.
There's also, in the game VR chat, there's a world made specifically for listening to it. So you can listen to it with others.
That's interesting. But in case it wasn't clear, it basically simulates it.
Yes.
If I recall correctly, like the melody kind of gets everywhere at the end of time.
Yeah.
Like the melody slowly gets kind of more distorted, kind of starts and stops. It really messes with your sense of time. Did you hear it correctly the first time? It's my basic point here is it's good if you have a free 6 hours.
Yes, it is a dedication and a half to sit there and listen to an album about dementia and simulating dementia. It's a lot.
I mean, it wasn't hard for me. Like I watch like 12-hour videos all the time.
Yeah, it's scary. Just listening to a short bits of the album. If you listen to one specific track, and it's uneasy, especially when you get to the very end, because the very end of the album and the last phase of the album, it's just static and then silence for the rest, for like a good, I don't know how many minutes, but for several minutes at the very end, it's silence. It's dead quiet. And it's so eerie.
And I think it's not that hard to say that silence is sometimes much worse than hearing anything at all.
Yeah, it can be.
That kind of does remind me of something I kind of guess is relevant to you. I think I mentioned it before when we were talking about how things have changed and how we miss kind of more fun-looking locations. I want to say collective nostalgia is something I think happens a lot.
Yeah.
Where something so generalized, we kind of all see it, like a wooden playground.
Something relevant to this, the Minecraft album by C418 has been entered into National Registry of like historic recordings, It's
amazing.
yes, it is monumental because that means that Minecraft, not only the album but the game, has cemented itself so much in history now in our generation, and through several generations actually since its creation, has become so historically significant now. I mean, there you can look on YouTube. There's millions of videos on Minecraft, and the music is. You ever play Minecraft by yourself with the music on and high? You get hit with that nostalgia hard.
Oh yeah.
And you just stop and you sit there and you listen to that track, and it's crazy. C418 did an amazing job on that soundtrack.
I think it's really interesting because it kind of, at least to me, Minecraft by yourself single player music on.
Minecraft is also the biggest selling game ever.
Oh yeah, that too. I think it really gives off a kind of loneliness topped with time kind of moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Where like, for example, when I've done this once or twice. I had a one with my friends a couple months ago, and fun fact, I got lost. So whenever I was on the game, I was always searching for them, and it kind of feels like you like a blip in time. Like the music is on, I'm walking through the world, and I'm seeing kind of remnants of their past adventures. Like apparently there was a war. There's a giant crater of houses, dead mobs. You see random blocks in the way, and I'm gonna say it's hauntingly beautiful.
Minecraft can be definitely. I could go on a whole tangent because I've recently got into a specific genre of Minecraft videos, which are analog horror oriented, and that's a whole other thing.
I did
But
not know that existed.
yes, it's a thing, and for you specifically, if you're interested, look up videos on a Minecraft mod called The Broken Script.
Okay, well, think about it. That makes sense though. Analog horror kind of does play on nostalgia.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, analog horror is also related to. I mean, it's a meme to talk about it, but it's a whole thing. Talking about the backrooms, that's a whole genre of fan created horror content based on liminal space images,
which are really fun. Liminal spaces are really fun.
Liminal spaces are really interesting. If you've ever personally been in a liminal space, it's a lot.
Yeah, and in particular, I think the horror side of it is, I looked into it, watched a couple videos on it. Liminal space is essentially a transition place.
It is.
And to see one empty, like without flashing lights, without people moving around, it's, as I said before, it is a bit of a scary experience. Yeah. It's kind of like, for whatever reason, it's midnight, it's dark, you're in like your high school all alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrifying.
One of my before backroom stuff was even a thing, I experienced. So there was that Kmart here in town that closed down, and me and my mom, my dad, all went to it. Just like on the first legs of days when it was closing to see all the sales and stuff, and there's nothing there. It was like ghost town. Like it's crazy to be in a shopping or any place where you expect there to be people and there to be no one there, and it's kind of scary. It's that deep feeling, that kind of dread almost that something's going on. This isn't right. It's kind of like the forget what the effect is called. My friend would go crazy at me at this, but it's the effect whenever you see something that looks human but it's not, and so it looks wrong.
You think I like the Doppler effect?
Not the Doppler effect. Doppler effect's related to sound. But anyway, there's that effect.
It's a cool effect. We're not in class. We don't care about the actual name.
You experience it a lot when you look at AI images.
Oh yeah.
But it's unsettling. But
one of my experiences with that is I was part of the department. It was a
Uncanny
late night.
Valley, that's what it is, yeah. Uncanny Valley.
We were close. We had 8 events. One of my experiences kind of with that is I was, for some reason, it was a late night. I was at school. I was helping with the theater department, and they asked me to go do something. Kind of got sidetracked and started walking around. It was dark. There wasn't many lights around. I just happened to look up, and I swear to my soul, I saw a person that didn't look right in a like, okay, kind of like a fishbowl and then like a up elevated place.
Mm-hmm.
So like any black person, any person in the situation, I walked away because I did not want to deal with that. I got it the next day. I looked up. It was a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. We kind of went off to La La Land on our talking, but
I mean,
we've covered all our bases, I think, on that episode. It is now 4:19. If you would like to close it down.
All right. I wish everyone a great day. Have a great weekend and a merry week.
Yes, and episode brought to you by Sloth and Zephyr. So, we'll see you all next week, and we should have our therapy guy next week. If not, then we'll be continuing Coffee Talk with our wonderful voices.
Yeah.
And again,
I'm really good at playing nervous people.
Alright. Y'all have a good day. Have a good weekend. See y'all.
Yep.